So Michelle, you have to be here every meeting just to remind me to record.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so last week, that were in attendance was myself, Ray Shimizu, Dan Granquist, Walter Granquist, Michael Hunt, and Kevin Benavides. So hopefully those will be attending as well, and they can benefit from this meeting. We talked about some things. Again, I introduced the mind map and just went through some things with the mind map. I recommended some training from 4% regarding 7K onboarding and wealth autopilot, and discussed wealth strategies brochure. We discussed some parts of it. I shared with some about the Groove Funnel program if you wanted to utilize it to help you with your advertising in regards to websites or sales funnels. Ray discussed some taxes, then with gold and silver. And he also mentioned something very important. He definitely said he used a disclaimer indicating that he is not a tax expert, but he just shared some basic information. And one thing he did mention is that the tax laws vary from state to state. So it's recommended that you talk with your own CPA, accountant, whatever the case may be. He talked about self-directed IRAs. Walter had some questions regarding the 7K stack and sale. And we even talked about some of those things as well, some member benefits. And basically, we talked a lot about coins, some as far as cost, how they basically come to the cost of what they have as regards to numismatic coins. We talked about memberships, the $199 membership versus the $499. We even talked about the membership that was $99 and how it kind of graduates to a certain point. So that was pretty much what we talked about. What we're going to do is we're going to open up with some comments from Ray in regards to awards and things of that nature. So Ray, let's hear from you.
Hi, how's everybody? Just wanted to congratulate all you guys that are working hard out there. We're all trying to get this going. I see Dan along with his whole group, with his son Walter and Michael and everybody. We're making a lot of progress here. Everybody's pretty close right now. When me and Kathy can go into a little bit more in depth, she's the expert in this area of going in the back office. But the other day when we looked, we saw everybody, many 2 or 3, 4 people on Dan's line are very close to collecting at least a $250 and possibly $500 checks. We're maybe at 1 or 2 people away. Everybody's there. We need to strategize and make sure that everybody's lifted up so that everybody benefits and we keep moving along, so just keep up the good work. I'm just going to say one thing so I don't have to say anything at the end of Kathy's, is that tomorrow, for you guys that don't know, I'm going to be speaking for the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors here in Illinois. It's probably the biggest event of the year. Right now, there's 110, 120 people on, hopefully 150 by the time. They have the biggest legends of the industry named Van Miller on there. And he's probably a guy I've learned more about having conversations than anybody in the business. So it's going to be super, super beneficial for anybody that's looking to learn anything about our industry. But more importantly than that, I'm going to be talking about 7K during the meeting. So it's going to be building your financial arc for times of crisis. The first part's going to be the crisis that we're hopefully coming out of, the pandemic and how it's affected the insurance industry. And then the second half of the talk, it's only 25 minutes, so I'm going to have to make it quick, is going to be about the crisis that we could be going into, hyperinflation, stagflation, so it's going to really introduce precious metals into our industry for the first time. I don't think we've ever had anybody speak in regards to talking about sound money. It's always about traditional products that are in dollars. So I'm hoping that this is going to be groundbreaking. I'm also hoping that we will get some big name people on board with us and sweep the country with this. So you guys are at the right place at the right time. It's going to make your life a lot easier to be able to deal with all these financial advisors, insurance agents, and everything else. And that's about it. Tomorrow, my portion is from 9 to 9:30. And the event goes from 9 till 12:30, and it's going to give continuing education credits for us in the financial services and insurance world. And that's about it. If you need any more information, please reach out to me.
I don't
Great,
need
thank you very much.
education in that industry. I have my own, but I am planning to register today, Ray. So I look forward to hearing you speak.
Cool.
All righty, all righty. I didn't mention, I failed to mention, we do have another person here, Evelyn Noble. She actually signed up. She signed up her daughter, her company, and herself. And our daughter's now an associate. So she's really looking forward to move forward. So I want to kind of
Hey, Steve.
as much as we can.
Hey, Steve, do you mind? There's one most important thing that left out there. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that Steve just moved up to copper. So Steve is at a copper, man. Let's give everybody a hand here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But we want to get everybody to copper and beyond. So, so we're working on that. And the way we're doing it is by some of the speakers that we have. So we have Kathy Guzzo. Some of you may know her, some of you may not. Kathy is a former jeweler, native of Norfolk, Virginia. She has the spirit of an entrepreneur, owning several other successful brick and mortar organizations and online businesses throughout the years. She is currently a gold associate for 7K. So we're gonna give her the floor and have her tell more about herself. So Kathy, go ahead, take over.
Thank you, Stephen. It's a pleasure to be here this morning with this dynamic group of individuals. I just want to say I'm so proud of Stephen and what he's accomplished, getting to copper. That's awesome because that's the first management level to go up this company. And I know he's got many more ahead. And same for all of you. It's a pleasure to be here with leaders like Stephen and Ray. And Dan, the momentum that you've got is so exciting. I love watching it happen. And I'm excited to be a part of it. Any way I can help any of you here, I'm glad to do that. But it's a pleasure to align. Our community is second to none, and I think that's our sweet spot in this. We're dealing with gold and silver. It doesn't get any better, but we have such a great community of wonderful people. And the only way we succeed in this is we help each other succeed. And that's the perfect scenario. And I know the other leaders agree with me. I mean, yes, I am a gold. Thank you, Stephen. But I am not a gold. We created 16 associates and 8 coppers and 4 bronzes and 2 silvers. That made me a gold. We created it. You build it from the ground up. It's not about me being a gold. It's about that infrastructure of wonderful individuals that step up to the plate and they're ready to take a place in this company. I'm excited for Stephen. The next level after copper is bronze, y'all, and that is the inner circle of this company. I would love for everyone to be in the inner circle. So when you hit the rank of bronze, you're considered to be upper management. You're invited to a private Zoom with just the owners and founders of this company every month. Just strategically, they lay out their future, they lay out their plans, and they want your input. I can't stress to you enough, while we're small and intimate, to get on that inner circle so that you have a voice. They know who you are. Bronze is that pivoting point for you in your business. So I just want to encourage you in that way. And then the rest happens after that. You know, you become an associate and then you help create 2 associates. That's how you become a copper. Then you help create 2 coppers, and that's how you become a bronze. You help create 2 silvers, and 2 bronze, you become a silver. 2 silvers, you become a gold. So it's just a natural progression. So, but anyway, let me just share a little bit about my background. I'm a jeweler by trade, as Stephen mentioned. I love to share my story. This is my 1-ounce solid gold Krugerrand necklace that I made when I was in the business. I used to make cufflinks, rings, earrings, all kind of cool stuff out of coins for folks. And of course, they were always numismatic. I mean, they were always numismatic, but not graded. So they were always something like this, you know, bullion coins, but we never took anything out of a case. We always just got the loose coins because I've got to pop it out to put it in a setting, right? But let you know, I paid $200 for this 1 ounce of fine gold. And now we know, of course, it's more like $2,000. So that I love to share because I say that's the essence of what we do. We help just create, we take paper money, put in paper money, we get out real money. So I had 3 retail jewelry stores here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And that gave me the background in gold and silver that when this opportunity was shared with me, and it was gold and silver, and it's in a model where we can network with people and we can do it from home, and we have the ability to go global. I was so excited. And then when I got to meet the owners and founders of this company, ooh, sorry, someone's at my door. Excuse me. I'm also a sorority house mom by day. Romeo, that is mansion security. He's all of 4 pounds, and he thinks he's protecting us over here. So sorry about that.
Well, let him
Totally
speak, Kathy. Let him speak.
He's going to do it anyway, right? So, I introduced myself as a sorority house mom by day and a serial online marketer by night. This, as Stephen mentioned, I'm an entrepreneur. There has to be a way for me to express that entrepreneur gene. It's in me. It's going to come out some way, some shape, some form. And it's amazing to me to be able to align with gold and silver and to be able to align with these leaders. So when I had the opportunity to meet these 4 founders, I recommend everyone be with us in Vegas for the international launch of this company. That's May 1 through 4 in Vegas. I can't tell you the strategy of being there. We're so small still, the intimacy. Get to know the owners and founders. Let them get to know you. Have a face in this company, because one of the most exciting moments I had when we were in Cancun a couple of weeks ago, when Roger Ball took the stage. He's a very soft-spoken gentleman, brilliant, and he's a multi-billionaire. And he has built 2 companies from the ground up and taken them to a multi-billion-dollar global company. When he stood up in the room, he said, "There's a vibe in the room." He said, "I've only felt this twice in my life." He said, "And each time we went to a multi-billion-dollar global company. It's here in this room, and I know we're doing it again." I mean, I have chill bumps when I say it, because you could feel his authenticity, and because he's a man of few words. When he said that, that made everyone come to attention. We know where we're sitting. So as Ray said, you are in the right place at the right time for so many reasons. But this company, they want us to be in every country in the world, so everyone has an opportunity to get their hands on physical gold and silver and not have it come through the traditional process, so that they can eat and they can take care of their families. That's a passion of the owners and founders here. So I just wanted to share that with you just a minute. But the most exciting thing that I want to help you with this morning is the fast start. We've created the first 7 days in 7K, because what we want to do with that is accomplish getting the money back into the individual's account, so that they've got no money in this and they're operating on their profits, their return on investment, and there's a way to do that. This was designed really for my younger self as a single mom, because I think that's our lowest common denominator. Someone that cannot make ends meet. They're struggling, but they want a vehicle. We have a vehicle. I can't stress that to you enough. But this allows someone to get started, start to rank to make money, and start to get commissions their first week and help others to do the same. That excitement, that momentum, that feeling of success it has its own energy. And that then we repeat it. I'm going to share just a quick program with you that we came up with. It's so simple. Now, I know we've got a lot of training, we've got a lot of information. I accept that. I love that. But what we try to do is get people out of the gate with a start in their success immediately. We have plenty of time to back up to all the reality. What we want to do is lock arms with a brand new person and help them achieve that success right out of the gate, and realize that when we have one person in and then we help them get there too, we're working from 3 databases of people instead of 1. We've got an opportunity to drive depth, because once we build rank, we build depth. Rank allows you to earn the money, and then depth allows you to collect the money. There's a strategy there. Rank first, depth, the points come later. If you have all the points and you're not ranked, you can't touch the money. We've seen that too much. So that's the strategy that we use. Curtis 101. I love working with Curtis. He's the man with the strategy on the money. Work smart, not hard. So I'll follow him to the moon and back. So this is his strategy. And I do what if Curtis says it, I do it, because he knows. And I'm telling you, we work with one of the highest paid people in this company. And I know that he is the highest paid gold in 7K. He knows how to do this. So this is born out of all that. But let me share my screen real quick, and I'm going to go the first 7 days in 7K real quick with you. And oops, I can't share the screen. You don't trust me, huh? I promise
Come
I'll
on,
keep
Stephen.
it.
Come on, Stephen. Open the door.
Not yet. He's hogging the screen, y'all. You think that's a control issue? We're all guilty of that. Let me know when you have it. But this is it's a very short training. It's so simple, but when we took it, we can't hear you, Stephen. You're muted.
Sorry, do you have it yet?
I do now. Thank you. Thank you. When we took it back to these simple basics, it just made sense for people, and people were able to get their money back and be able to pay off their credit cards without doing anything else. So let me just go over this real quick with you. First 7 days and 7K. So first we make a plan, we work the plan, we evaluate the plan. I know you've heard that, Curtis 101. So day 1 and 2, we want to build your list and find your two. This happens. So you're going to make your list. You're going to get a list of just 10 people, just 10 to 25 people. The people that you would call if you had a flat tire and you're stranded on the side of the road. The people that you would call that are in your phone, not any cold market, the people that know you and you have influence over. Those are the people, your first two people to get you started. And a lot of times it's family. A lot of times it's people that we already know. That we're wanting to help in their success. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to show them the overview. And we do the 18-minute overview that comes from corporate, our wealth strategy. And then I can't stress this enough. You're going to do a 3-way call or a 3-way Zoom. So this is what it looks like. There's you at the top, and then you get your left position, and then you get your right position. Congratulations. That is what an associate looks like. You qualify to earn up to $500 a week. So that is where we qualify. Like I said, qualify first. Now we have to build the points underneath. So this is what it looks like on our little spreadsheet. 2 on the left, 2 on the right when we're doing the first 7 days, and that's your personals. And then 1 on each side becomes an associate. And this printout's available to you as well. So day 1 and 2, we're going to get 1 on the left and 1 on the right. Just fill in those names. It's that simple. But you don't do this by yourself. You do this with one of your teammates that's had experience. You get on the phone with them and you let them share their information. So day 3 and day 4, you teach your two to build a list and you help them find their two. So you're going to duplicate yourself right here. So this is what that looks like. Your number 1 guy on the left and number 1 guy on the right, you're going to help them get their two. There's the folks in red, and that is what you've just created yourself twice. You've created 2 associates after you've become an associate. So all 3 of the top positions qualify to start making up to $500 a week as a result of that. So we're set up to get our money back. This is what it looks like on your little spreadsheet. So you had your top 2. Now that was day 1 and 2. Day 3 and 4, you've helped, let's say, that 1 and that 1 on each side get their 1 on the left and 1 on the right and qualify as an associate. So day 5 and 6, we use your list and get 2 more to reach the rank of copper. It's so simple. So go back to your list, you'll see the green on the left. They have to drop down below the other person. So that gives the person that just became an associate the benefit of that, and the first people that you brought in. All those points will bank infinite levels deep, and that's what's so phenomenal about this comp plan. So, and then you put 1 on the right as well. So the 2 green are your personals, and then the reds are the 2 personals that you help to become an associate. Well, that is what a copper looks like. So that's amazing. That entitles you to earn up to $1,000 a week in this comp plan. So we build the rank first, and then we work on the points. So if you don't have this printed out and keep this with you at all times, I definitely recommend it. I have one in front of me right now. I refer to it all the time. This is our simple 1-page comp plan. 1 on the left, 1 on the right. And when 500 points in volume is left and right, you earn a $500 check that week. And just for a time, we're doing half cycles. So you can actually earn at 250, which is great. I hope they will continue to do that. But this is what the comp plan is designed to do. And then copper rank, you see you have 2 personals left, 2 personals right. When 1,000 points come on each side, you then can earn $1,000 a week. And that is because you have a personal that you've helped become an associate left and an associate right. So in summary, you're just going to make a list. You're going to show the overview. We use soundmoneylegacy.com. You guys may have a different one you share, but that is simply the 18-minute overview with a few graphics. And then you do a 3-way call or a 3-way Zoom. So just to let you know how the points stack up, because this has been confusing to several people. So with your standard or $199 membership, there are 50 points attached to it. With your premium membership or the $499, 150 points are attached to it. So you can see you can build 3 times as fast with the premium. We often say that the standard is our buyer and the premium is our builder package. So, and I've told people I've never had anybody regret coming in for the premium. I have had people regret coming in for the standard. So if you got the room to wiggle on a credit card, get the premium. We're going to work to get your money back before it's even due. So this is what standard memberships look like when you do that in that scenario of being a copper. There's of course 200 points because it's 50-50, 50-50. So you have 200 points left, 200 points right. Well, the good news is it will stay there until the next week. The bad news is you're not qualified yet to make money. You have to hit 250, a half cycle, to earn that check. But if you had just one more standard membership anywhere on your team, anybody on your right side could bring in a standard membership, any one of those 4 and any one of those 4 on the left, and that would give you 250 and qualify you to earn a check that week. And here's the scenario with the premiums. 150, 150, 150, 150. You have 600 points right, 600 points left. That means you're going to earn a $500 check that week. All right, so you have 100 points left and 100 points right that are there. This is important because when you have sold that premium membership right and left, you accumulate 2 leadership points every time you do. The leadership point allows you to have those banked points of that extra 100 over the 600 on your pay side to be in your comp plan and wait for you the next week. So you start out with that 100 points on the right, and then you have your 100 points on the left because you're able to keep your power leg. So you'll have a leadership point from offering the premium memberships, only available by selling premium memberships, and that will allow those points to stay there. So when you turn around for your next week's commission, you're starting with 100 and 100. So all you have to do is do 1 premium left, 1 premium right. You've got a $250 check coming to you the next week. So I hope that helps a little bit. But that's what we do the first 7 days, and then we repeat and we teach. That's how simple we do it. So, your first 7 days in 7K, we have all of these leaders that are available to do 3 ways with you. Curtis, of course, and you've got Stephen, you've got Raymond, but you've got me too, and you've got some other amazing leaders. We got a lawyer in here. We've got some a gold miner. We have some amazing people in here that are available to do that with you. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you on that. I think I have to come back from stop sharing to do this. I heard some questions about, the new coin collection. Let me share a little bit with you about that. Okay, the 7K Today site, I can't stress enough. I thought I had it pulled up. Evidently I don't. Let's go. 7K Today, if you're not paying attention in there, that is an amazing blog site. It has information about all the collections that we have. So like last week we had a coin drop. It was phenomenal. They introduced, when we were in Cancun, and I'm trying to look for, they introduced this collection. So whenever you have a coin drop that's been announced, you're gonna find the facts in here. You're gonna find a description in here. The code will be posted in here also, but you also want to be registered with the text notification. That's a very simple process. But they just introduced the Mandela Animal Collection out of Ghana. It is absolutely fabulous. There's only 3,000 coins. We're the only place in North America you can get it. Is 7K Metals. You have to be a member. This is this is a half ounce series. Everything has a Swarovski crystal in it. I mean, but MS70 and you're talking 3,000, these go fast. But this will be a coveted series in my opinion because they're intricately beautiful. The design is like no other, and there's 18 different coins in the collection. So you're going to want to come in here to 7K Today and take a look. But I want you, there's some great marketing. They introduced this Pharaoh series. This is the work that the CIT Mint is doing for us. Y'all, that's the Mint in Liechtenstein. They actually came to Utah and wanted to know what 7K was doing. This Mint spent $18 million on a renovation on their Mint just for our coins, and they paid for it because we are changing the coin industry, and they know it. They said we were at least 10 years ahead of everybody that they know in the coin industry space. But the 3D relief on these coins, absolutely phenomenal. You can see on this Pharaoh series, there's 5,000 mintage, 50-gram coin. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. This little video is less than, I think it's just right at a minute. This is the marketing that's available to you in here that you can share, that you can use on social media. You can use many ways. This is phenomenal. So just take advantage of this site, but I'm going to play this real quick. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Sorry. Series that's coming out if you want to do the collection. Anytime you see that logo and you see CIT Mint, you can expect something fabulous. So that's all. This is in here for you. And but 7K Today, this is a great a site to share with folks, to let them see all of this stuff. We often have things that are exclusive to 7K, but the Ghana series, of course, is not. That is not. We didn't design that. But we have some that are exclusive that are done just for us. And you see, all of this is NGC graded. They're the largest coin grading company in the world. And as of August of this year, according to what we have on the books to do is with NGC, we are their #1 customer in the world. 7K Metals has dominated this market with NGC, the largest coin grading company in the world. So this is, take advantage of the material that's in here. I'm going to share with you. Can you see my stack and sell, Stephen? Or did I change screens? Are you able to see it okay?
Yes.
Good. Thanks.
Yes,
Dan.
see it. I see it.
I can't stress to you, this is our newest member benefit. If you're not scanning your coins, all you have to do is scan with your phone the barcode, and it pulls up all the specifics. It validates it, it authenticates it, it knows the what you paid for it, it knows what the current market value is. This is like real estate comps. We call this the Kelley Blue Book of coins. That barcode has got a unique number. There's only one of each of these with that barcode. There may be 2,000 mintage like of this Montana butterfly, but there's only one with my code on it. So watch, this was my first coin. This is what hooked me. So I paid $139 for this coin, y'all. It is now selling on the open market for an average of $620. So I can scroll up here. When I scanned it, I didn't do anything other than scan it. It had all of the details, the specs, the pictures on it. That's all I did was scan it. It took me 2 seconds, and it added it to my stack. Now, when I talked to my former self, if I needed money quickly, I needed to be able to get to it as a single mom. Watch how this works. I'm just flipped out. I can list this for sale at the click of a button. I can go down here and see who's got it on the market right now, plus one more. Okay, look, $899 to $800. We had one in here last night that was $1,999. So if I needed to sell it real quick, I could list it and undercut anybody on here, and then hit submit. It would be on the market that fast, and you know mine would be the first one to sell. So this is an amazing, amazing platform. This was the buy, sell, trade platform that 7K came up with that they said could be done. It's never been done in the coin industry. This is disruptive marketing, which we absolutely love being a part of that. So this is my stack, but this is like my appraisal, if you would. If I needed to get a rider on my home insurance, I have a way to substantiate the value of what I need to cover. So here it is. I can look at my dashboard, and here's my summary, y'all. So I have 216 coins in my stack in just a little over a year. I paid $36,000 and change for them. They're worth market value on the average $41,000 and change. That's over a $5,000 increase on my collector coins, on my autosavers, on my coin drops, my coin of the month. That's amazing. 14% return is more than you're getting anywhere else. And that's just on the collectibles. That's not bullion. So by having, that's what we call our offense, being in this space and having the opportunity to gain increases on those collections. So use this, show this. This is a great benefit. When they offer this globally, and there's all these people shopping in here, it's going to be big. They're going to be after our collections because we have so many wonderful exclusive collections.
Is Stack and Sell a 7K company affiliate, or is this a totally third party unrelated?
This is a totally third-party company, Dan, but they work with 7K. For example, when you sell a coin, it's so cool because you send it to 7K. They validate it and authenticate it. You hook up your Sound Money wallet to it. They then send it to the buyer. You remain anonymous, which is wonderful. They don't even know where you live. And then after they get it, they have the right to accept it or not. When they accept it, that money is immediately in your Sound Money wallet. The process is very smooth, but 7K is the middleman. They handle it, but it's a separate entity from 7K.
As I understand it, you don't have to be a member of 7K to be on Stack and Sell.
Okay,
Right.
so they're selling it independently?
Yeah, so I had my buddy check on it. He's not a member yet. I was just telling him about 7K and showing him about Stack and Sell, and he could log on there and either purchase or like just see them all. So it's not a 7K exclusive benefit, but it's still really cool how it works. Like you don't get money in your hand, I don't think either. You have to kind of second door it. So like you have to have your Sound Money wallet, as I understand it, in order to do it. So it's kind of like, hey, get your 7K membership anyway. So there you go.
Well, that's
Hey,
great to
Walter,
know.
Walter, was there a membership fee with that?
No, not to my knowledge. I was just going off of what he has because I've been a 7K member whenever I was looking at it. So I said, hey, check it out. Can you look at it? And he'd have to sign up an account and put all of his info in. But I don't think I'd have to check a little bit more maybe on. I do know though through the settings that it was your money's deposited in your Sound Money wallet, and that's how they pay you. So I think you have to have that anyway. I'd like to add a benefit feature to that. Kathy, is I've been buying a decent amount of stuff off of that, and it's real cool if you put a coin in your watch list on there. It's like a pretty amazing little feature because I was looking at a coin, $330. It was people were selling for on there. It's a coin that I really wanted. So I put it on my watch list. I got a text at like 9:30, let's say 9:32. It was like some random time. And it was like, hey, this coin that you're looking at is on the market for this much lower than what your watch list price was. And I jumped on and bought it for like $170 versus the 300 that everybody was asking. So
Wow.
Really cool feature.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Walter. And Curtis, I think that was a new revelation because Curtis brought that to our attention the other day. And there was a gentleman, and it may be you, Walter, that's made over $20,000 just seeking out those undervalued coins and reselling them on the market. Is that you, Walter?
Next week.
That's so cool. I mean, I didn't even know. That's
so
neat.
I do seek out the undervalued. So I've been keeping my eye on some that I'm interested in for my personal collection, not just the money making side of it. But then I just watch and I keep track of where I had, where they're at, and then try to pick a price in my head. And when it jumps under that spot, I'll pick it up. But I haven't made 20 grand, that's for sure.
Walter, I'm so glad you're in our group.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Dan.
I think that's so cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. I knew that it was going to be, they pointed to a price of about $39 to $69 a month was going to be this when it goes on the market. So if they're allowing people to come in here and look at it that aren't members, I think that's a great selling feature. So thank you for sharing that. I didn't know you could create an account because I think that will make them want a membership even more.
Yeah. I think I'll check
into
into that. I'm sorry, Kathy. I'll check into that just a little bit more to make sure about whether he could actually buy or not. But he was just like browsing, and I was getting him so amped up about like my Liberty series and some of the coins that were on there and the amounts that I paid for them and how much they're going for now. And, so just a cool tool, to be honest.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I'd like an update on that when you get it. That sounds great. Let me share my screen one more time. I'm going to share my Sound Money wallet real quick with you, and I'm almost done. But my Sound Money wallet, if you're not using this feature, this is where you can transfer. And I didn't. This will hold up to $25,000 worth of gold and silver with your membership at no additional fee. But I'm telling you, if you wanted to put as much as you want in there, it is a fraction of what it costs to have a safety deposit box. Mm-hmm. The price is right. But it's so wonderful to be able, you can transfer from your cash account to your silver balance as little as $1 at a time. I'm going to do $5. So I'm transferring $5 from cash to 0.143678 ounces of silver at $34.80 an ounce. And my cash will be reduced by $5. The processing fee is free. I just bought silver. If you're not demonstrating that, I think that is absolutely amazing. So $5 went from my 27,000 to my 1,500 in silver. And I now have 45 ounces and a little bit. And here's the transaction. You can see it right here. It's got a date stamp on it. It was transferred. That is my silver, and that's in my Sound Money wallet, and I can have 45 ounces shipped to me right now because you can just, in whole ounces, as soon as you get to whole ounces, you can do this. But this Sound Money wallet is just absolutely amazing. And you have your Google Authenticator. Third-party application is where we locked in the Stack and Sell. So that's the third-party application of that. So, but if you're not using this feature, you really need to be. And when this is a great selling point. When we had the Reddit squeeze, we watched these numbers climb. We watched this number climb to almost $50. There were people in here that had a ton of silver in this account, and all they had to do is transfer from silver to cash, hit the mouse, and it was done instantly at that price, and they cashed out when it went high. So I think that's so amazing that this is so responsive. Most places you can't do that. And we know when they did the Reddit squeeze, 7K Metals was the only place that you could buy silver. Everybody had shut down. It was only available to members only. So, all right. So that's what I wanted to share with you all.
And this is independent of the banking and financial system. So when Trudeau shuts down or freezes all the bank accounts, then this would still be available for people to buy and sell silver and transfer funds around?
Yeah, yes, this is off the grid. This is privately insured. And so the government has no control over it. Now, according to the laws we have now, you know how they can make laws, but 7K is smart. They've got some strategies in place because they've seen some crazy stuff before, but this is private. This is our business.
Kathy, one other question. Who is insuring that? Whose insurance?
It used to be Lloyd's of London. It is now a company called XL. That is the company that NGC uses. Because I used to have Lloyd's of London, but they're particular. They didn't want to handle the very expensive shipments that we had when people are picking up kilos of gold and monster boxes. They were a little disturbed by that. But this company, that's their specialty. They handle those shipments as well. It doesn't matter how big it is. So it's a big company, and NGC is paved the way for us on that one.
Hey, can I add into this on the Sound Money wallet?
Sure.
So I've been looking on different sites, trying to overcome objections to people that are thinkers and are already maybe in silver and gold and had been buying for a while. One of them just buys from JM Bullion, already buys a bunch of coin from there on and off. And so I've been checking pretty much daily for a while now. Prices on goldsilver.com, which is Mike Maloney's site, on JM Bullion. Those are two main ones that I've been capturing. And every day we've been beating JM Bullion as far as up to 20 coin. If you buy over 20 coin, it's cheaper on bullion. But so my selling point on that for anybody else on here is I always thought, well, why can't you buy it? Now, if you're trying to hold it, like bring it to your house, it's not cheaper to buy it on Sound Money Wallet. But if I buy 500 coin, I'm going to be way cheaper on Sound Money Wallet or JM Bullion or goldsilver.com. But here's the kicker is goldsilver.com, in order to store it, they charge you like a $8 a month fee on it. And that's only like to $5,000 worth of silver and like 1,500 of gold or something like that. And then you climb to like $11.99 a month, and so they get you kind of maybe on a cheaper price of silver. But if you want to store your gold, there's not really a better place than the Sound Money Wallet right now that I can find, because they no charge at $25,000, really good rate, and then you could recall it at any time. I did have a buddy that bought some from Gold Silver, and he told me, and I'm going to try to check in on that, but he said that they wouldn't let him ship it to his house unless it was over $500. So I don't know of that, but he told me that Sunday, just this Sunday, I was at church with him, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I bought some off of Gold Silver. And he's like, they won't even ship it to my house. They send it to some vault somewhere else. But so anyway, those are a couple little things that I found was a good selling point for it.
You got some great points, Walter. And here's what I've heard too with Gold Silver. You're buying a piece of one of their big bars. They're not putting a coin back for you. So I don't, that gets to that fractional thing and how they sell it more than one time. I'm not in for that.
No, yeah.
Right?
The common,
So,
yeah.
What I love about this, they said when you buy $1 of this silver or $1 of this gold, they have to put back the entire ounce with that invoice on it. And they're audited constantly to make sure that they've got the money that backs the purchases. So $1 holds this coin. Yeah. And it can't go anywhere else. I love that about 7K. I mean, I think that's a great selling feature. And the JM Bullion find is, of course, as low as 1,500 or more. Bank wire. There are these little, they look good. And sometimes it's the random stuff. And I also had a guy ask me about, are your coins AU? And I go, oh, let me check. I'm not quite sure.
About uncirculated?
Yeah, almost uncirculated, about uncirculated. Well, I called corporate. Ours are not circulated. So when they're going into a pawn shop, they're going into a coin shop, they're buying a coin that's been out on the market. What we have are uncirculated coins in tubes and bags. If you wanted to have some of these graded, you might have MS-70s. But I can guarantee you the AUs won't be. So in that sense, we've got a better value than any of these AUs. So when I shared that with the gentleman that was looking, he's an ENT, retired, and he said, okay, I'm in, because all he has was AU coins. He couldn't get any fresh coins unless they were graded. So I think that's a neat selling feature too. Let me share one more thing. I don't mean to go over, Stephen. I know you got things you got to do. I want to share with you a little bit about the insurance real quick. And part of it is still in formulation. So all you got to do on this one is go from your account down to links, and then you're going to go to the healthcare plans. Y'all, we're sitting on a sleeping giant. When this is brand new, updated. I don't even have all the details on it, but it's coming. Training's coming. It's 7khealth.com. I'm in my website, y'all, and I went into the healthcare plan for individuals and groups. You see this link? This is my, if you would, affiliate link. That is your link. That link is you. When somebody signs up for this program and they're using that link, that is coded to you. So capture that link, and then you can share that with other people. This becomes your personal site, but it doesn't have your name on it. And what you need to make sure of is if they call and they get questions and they sign up that way, they're going to ask who is the referring agent. That's what we're called in here. The referring agent. They need to have your name or how your name is listed in 7K in order for you to get credit for it. But this is phenomenal. You go in here and take a look. We have the largest PPO network in the United States of America. This is it. This is big, and pays 10 points for each individual and 20 points for each family. So, and there's brochures in here. There's things to compare. They have their own contact person now for us at 7K that just handles our clients. This is the sleeper right here. It's not 2 or more employees, but you can be the referring agent for a company. This is your contact link. Again, this is yours for group plans. If you know any businesses that already have groups set up, if you can get in the door and say, I've got something you might want to take a look at. We have an amazing program here. We've saved companies a lot of money. I'd like to give you some information on it. Make sure they know your name. Make sure they have your referring link. When you refer a company has an entity that they join, and you get all of those points off that company every month when that company does a payroll deduction for these plans for their employees. This is huge. If you've ever done a lot of business-to-business marketing, you know some big companies or even companies that haven't been able to do this for their employees. One of the things I absolutely love, I'm going to go back 1 second to this in the healthcare plan. They have a new feature. We don't know the points that it pays, but it's called a virtual care program. It's a 24/7 doc in a box, but you don't have to leave your home. Here's a nice color brochure that you can have printed. 24/7 care for your family, the entire family, and this has been real popular with COVID. And then the prescriptions are also in this. It's $39.95 a month, $40 a month. So some companies then could be able to offer this to their employees that haven't had anything. It's included in the group plans. We don't know how many points this plan will pay yet, but we know that it's a real great opportunity. This brochure is in here. You can have it printed with your details on it. Contact me. So I just want to share that with you real quick.
And all those points you mentioned are monthly points, not sign-up points?
Yeah. No, there's no sign-up points for it. Well, all right, to clarify that, Dan, you have to be a member of 7K to do a personal or a family plan. Okay? Now, on the business, the business itself has a membership. And then all the memberships, all the employees that would have the plan would come off of that membership. They do not have to have a membership, only one, the way I understand it. And there's an administrative fee that's like $10 a month on that. There's just one, but we're going to have that rolled out here. They're in the process of actually just rolling it out. We met with the guy that formulated this whole process. He was in Cancun with us, and they were just on the beginning stages of this. So I think we'll know everything in the next 30 days. But I think this is a great opportunity for us to help other people that have never had insurance and companies that are paying too much. And having that virtual 24/7 feature added to the regular plans, I think is a huge benefit, especially with the pandemic and what we've been dealing with. So that's available to you.
So Kathy, let me make sure I understand. If we are successful enough to get this into a company, when the payroll deductions are made, there are points added to our account then on each employee.
Right. Well, because that member, which is the company, is you, that is your personal. That's just like you signing up, right? I mean, that company becomes your personally membership.
Yes.
So every point that goes in every month rolls up to you. Those are your points.
Okay.
They're all frontline to the company because you can't do any kind of stacking or any kind of strategy on that. But all of those points will be your points. That's phenomenal to me.
Hey, Kathy. Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
really, so being in the business, and we have a lot of healthcare professionals and everybody on our team, and I think it's sort of a very exciting way for people to be able to get compensated on doing group health and individual health and all that. I just want to ask you, if there have been any revamps in regards to the limits? Because the only downside I've heard when I brought it by my healthcare professionals is in regards to he analyzed it, and I didn't go through it with him as much, but he just said in regards to it's very affordable, but the limits, are they revamping anything, or are you familiar with that in regards to the
I am
healthcare?
not.
Okay.
I'm not, Ray. I'm not familiar with that. The 800 number, they're very friendly if you want to ask questions, but there's going to be a real specific training and the real specific PDFs for us. We don't have that yet. But there are some brochures, so there's a lot of people in here already rolling with it. Now, one of the things they don't have, I've been asked quite a bit, once you're 65, you don't qualify for this. So you would do your own supplements. But there was talk of maybe them doing some of the supplement plans for Medicare. So then that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I think
That's a great,
a little bit better for people that are a little more on the health, that are healthy and are willing to, not looking at any bigger claims and whatnot. But I think that's something we need to look into, so that we're all, because you never know who we can actually propose this to that might be sitting with no health insurance.
Absolutely, great point, Ray.
Thank you.
Ray, Kathy, another comparison would be many people who don't have the typical insurance, but are on the reimbursement type plans, like the ministry plans. There's Medishare and Samaritan and these kinds of things. So they're paying a couple $100 a person, several $100s a family. Do we know any information about how this would compare with those kinds of plans?
I'm not familiar with that yet, Dan. I think that's still in the process. That's some great stuff. We need to find that out. I think that would be very strategic. So, and I know the work that you're doing in ministry, and that is so exciting. I'd love an opportunity to talk to you more about that. That is that's over the top. That makes this very special. I love your nonprofit.
So Kathy, can you also give us the breakdown of the numismatic coin?
Yes, and I don't even have a graphic for that. My buddy that is the gold miner, he's been mining gold for years. Here's how he breaks it down. And I had a graphic on it once. Where'd that go? I think I gave it to you.
Did you? Do I know?
Yes,
Do I know you gave it to me?
I gave it to somebody, and I'm telling you, that's all running in together. No, that doesn't happen to anybody but me, I know. All right, so like on the 105, here's the breakdown. You have your $35 for your raw material. You have $10, that's the shipping to NGC insured. You have your $35 grading fee, NGC charges, and then your $10 to get it back to you. And when you add that's 105. You add the 15 points that they share, that goes into our share plan. So that's the breakdown of it. It's the grading and the shipping and the handling of that coin added to the bullion price. I'm sorry, my phone is blowing up. So that was the breakdown for me on that from him. So the NGC grading is a real fee. That's you can take a monster box or a spool of coins and send it into NGC, have them graded when they're uncirculated. You might have some MS-70s, but you're going to pay to ship it. You're going to pay to have it graded, and then they charge you to ship it back. That's all your expense. So when you add that,
sorry, I interrupted. Could you enumerate that again? The numismatic coin. 35 for the coin.
$35 for the coin, $10 for the shipping to NGC, $35 for the grading, and then another $10 to ship it back. And then so that was
it's like 90, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a $15 point, which points that 7K in the share plan, which makes it 105.
So when you add the 15 points, which is $15 when it matches, that's the 105. But that doesn't have anything to do with the value of it, that it's going to, as it goes up and the rarity goes up and the collections go up. And here's what they have said repeatedly is we have these individual coins. We don't have one completed collection other than the Roman series that I'm aware of. So everything is still in the process of coming out. When we have the complete collection, that's when the value will exponentially go up because of the collection factor added to it. So way beyond anything like what we've just described, it should be worth more. And it certainly does keep up with money better than money. Go ahead, Walter.
So you said 15 points is $15, but isn't it that a $0.50? Because you got to have it on both sides to get $1, right?
Yes,
So
that's true. But yeah, you're right. So
Well, let's not exactly,
okay,
because when you with some yes and no, we're gonna say yes and no, because if you're down, if one of your legs have significant amount of points and you're only looking at a certain leg to make the payment to you, those 15 points go to that leg. I mean, at least it does in mine. Or whatever side that's on, what I'm trying to say. So let's say if 15 points, let's say I'm under Kathy and I'm the left leg. It's the left leg and or someone's under me and 15 points on that left leg, someone makes their purchase of their coin. The 15 points on that left leg goes to that left leg and I'm paid. Now someone else does 15 points on the right leg, then I'm paid. So it's not really a split. It's just two different individuals is what it is.
Yeah, because it could be 15 points off the health insurance. It could be 15 points
Yeah.
off the membership. Could be
But
totally
technically
different.
it is, and we just demonstrated that with my sister, Kathy. When
Yeah.
we made that change, it went only to that one leg and that was 15 points. And that's what made the difference. She's only on that one side. It didn't split between legs.
Good point. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah,
But
so
at least
it isn't a 50%. It is $1.1. It goes to whatever leg is on.
yeah.
And going back to the collectible coins, the biggest objections that I get are it's cheaper to go to the coin shop, the pawn shop, or go online, like Walter said, and buy a coin there. So much of 7K, I mean, they have some of the bullion in there, but so much of it is focused around the collectibles. So what are say the top one or two responses to objectors like that in your experience? What's a good way to kind of come back and explain the benefit of the collectible coins?
Well, the benefit of the collectibles is the offensive strategy because that's where it has that factor that goes up beyond the value of the material and beyond the value of the collection because of the rarity. The rarity, supply and demand, there's only a limited number. When you get in that circle of the collectibles, that it has its own different protocol. There's people that are seeking these things out that will pay well beyond what that bulk that manufacturing price is, what we started with. And that's what we call the offensive strategy. The defense is the bullion because that just protects the money. But one of the points I like to make when people are doing something like that is to say, you know what I love about 7K is we never offer anything we don't have for sale. You can pull on the quantity, you can look at it, and when you hit buy, you can track it all the way to your door. There's so many people, Dan, that we've brought in that are still waiting for their coins. They bought it from so-and-so, they didn't have it. These companies are out there looking for it. I said, that's what I love about my company. We don't sell anything we don't have in stock. You're going to track it. Your money is on the ground. You've given up your money. They're using your money to go out and buy. That happens a lot. So I think the fact that I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I got a question that will help Dan with this when you finish.
Okay, I just think the fact that we've got it in stock and that we don't try to, when you see something, it's there and it changes constantly. And we that sound money wallet being open 24/7 when the market's not open is huge. So as you can watch the market and take advantage of it like those people did. There were people in here with a ton of silver they had for $12 an ounce that cashed out at about 50 on that Reddit squeeze with 7K. They cashed out. So I mean, they couldn't have done that if they didn't have their sound money wallet. They could not. And those are just a few of the things that I like to share.
And Kathy,
Who
that
are
coin,
these people that buy the collections? I mean, we know there's wealthy people that pay $1 million for artwork and fancy cars and Lego boxes I've seen in the news lately. So who are these kinds of people that will spend all this money on collectibles? Because that's not currently in my sphere of activity, to spend that kind of money.
Well, look at the people that are spending money on these NFTs. What in the world is that? Non-fungible tokens. I mean, they're selling air. I don't really understand the collectibles, but I know that there are people that are so eccentric on these coins, and we have disrupted the industry. There used to be just a few of the mom and pops around there. I think there were 20,000 coin dealers until 7K got in here to disrupt this industry. So the coin collectors have kind of been, obscure. This is bringing them all together in one marketplace, and we control the marketplace. So I think there are people that are going to seek this out no matter what. And I agree, it's not the mainstay of people, but we can take advantage of it because we can buy, sell, and trade these things as the demand goes up. And we just know that the dollar is not holding its value. And I'd rather have some collectibles. You saw the $5,000 increase in mine. I had no idea. I'm a jeweler. I knew about bullion, but I'm so excited because my bullion hasn't gone up that much. But I think that this disruptive marketing that 7K is doing and putting us all in one space and allowing us to do it digitally and globally is what's going to make the difference in the coin industry and allows everybody to play. Dan, I think it's a total game changer.
And
Yeah, now let me,
Additionally, we talk about cryptocurrency and those kinds of digital money, if you will, but this is its own hybrid digital sound money, if you will.
Exactly. We have the first digital wallet for physical gold and silver ever. And that's why people can buy fractionally, which is so cool. And there's no storage fees like we found out with, Mike Maloney. So, I mean, to me, this is just so on the cutting edge of what we need to share with everybody. I don't know of one person that doesn't need a membership, so that's exciting to me to be able to offer that. I think we've got something we have to share.
Well, thank you so much for your time and information today. Appreciate all your time and help.
Well,
Kathy.
Listen, I appreciate y'all. Yes.
yeah, Kathy, you mentioned one of your coins when you bought it for $139 and increased to what?
Well, you can't
Like
buy it
600
for
and
less.
something bucks.
Yeah, was that
Right.
butterfly? Yeah. So, and what period
Yeah,
of time did that happen?
Oh, I'm telling you, this hooked me. I said, do I have to buy those collector coins? And they go, no. And then it was, how many can I buy? Because that was my first coin. In 90 days, it sold for 600.
So,
And then
here's
in
the
another
thing.
90 days, it sold for 1,200.
What was the mintage of that coin?
2,000 on that one.
Okay, so what happens is we have a lower mintage, which astronomically increases the price over a period of time. There is a cost to that. There's a cost to that. You're not going to have the regular numismatic coin that you find at a minute in hundreds of thousands or millions. They are going to be cheaper, but they're not going to appreciate as quickly. And so that's what you have to go. So if I have to pay $30 more or $40 more to get a increase over 30 days or 90 days, then I'm going to do it. Because I'll get my return and more than if I have to wait 5 years.
Let me share one thing on that $1.2 million mistake. If y'all have heard that from the previous presentation, y'all remember that one? So the $1.2 million mistake is only MS-70, only MS-70. That, because it took 40 or 50,000 to buy the collection, but it's worth 1.2 if it's a MS-70. They said the same collection, MS-69, is worth 50. It's the MS-70 that made the difference. So that's why we collect MS-70s. I thought that was pretty shocking to me.
Yeah, it's a real good point, Captain. Real good point.
Thank you, Kathy, so much for your time and to join us this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited about what you guys are doing and
Look
being
forward
a
to
part
seeing
of
you in
that.
Vegas.
Yes, we'll be there. I want to see y'all walk the stage and get all these wonderful awards, and we'll have a great time. Looking forward to it.
Kathy, I want to give you a special thanks. It meant so much to me, you being here. Thank you so much. I know you're busy and you look like you're up 24 hours. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. So
Sometimes I don't even take off my makeup. I just rest in the chair and then get back up for another Zoom at 3 a.m. That's okay.
I mean, yeah, I was
I love-
talking to you at 2 o'clock in the morning not too long ago. So
I'm
I
an
appreciate you.
adrenaline junkie when it comes to this. When we're rocking and we're getting people ranked up and we're making money, I get so excited. It's my high. I'd rather do this than almost anything else. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. Holler if you need
Thank
me.
you.
One more question. I've got associates on my right and left. I've got some associates underneath them on the right and left. So I've got a number of associates, and one of them is Walter. We're building him up. So what's the strategy? Because if I just get one more person on the right and left, so I have two, then theoretically I can rank up to copper, right?
I saw you had many associates, Dan. That is amazing.
But what's
Yeah.
the benefit of that? Because if I get new people, right now, my thinking is I just as soon put them, say, under Walter and Michael and try to build up the downline, because that's where the sales, like you say, the 7-day plan, get them making money and so forth, because I'm not getting enough points right now to be weekly 1,000 points to be able to collect $1,000 a week. So I want to help the team and build up the depth of it. Does that make sense, or do you have?
Absolutely. Drive depth, and that will lock everybody in because that gets everybody paid on a weekly basis. If you start getting those associates that you've got in here, a $500 check every week, there, and then that Sound Money wallet becomes a default method of payment. Everything's rolling out of their account. Nothing touches a credit card ever again. It's their return on investment that's creating more money with the gold and silver. That's the perfect scenario to me. So yes, you build rank first, but you're going to build rank first because you want to be qualified to make the money before it comes. Because when it comes, it's too late. It's going to pass you by. So yes, you
That
do
happened
need
to me.
Yes. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful of that. But so build the rank, and I call it walking in a big pair of shoes. You can't fill them yet, but if you don't step there, you won't be able to. So that I'm a gold. I don't make 7,000 every week. I made 4,000 last week. But see, if I'd been a silver, I'd have lost some money. So that when you start to have the points accumulate, you want to make sure that your rank stays ahead of you, and it'll go 250, 500, 250, 500, 500. 255, 55, and it has its own cycle. So, but yes, you need to be ranked up. Dan, what you need to do is find one on your left and one on your right that's going to be your bronze, and make you a silver. See, we don't win unless we help one person on each side at least. So let Walter be that one. Let Walter be the one that you build out to a bronze. Yeah. And another one you build out to a bronze, that makes you a silver. So the focus is on building Walter and building one on the other side. And that does everything that you needed to do for you. You just have to have your personals in place. And I believe you've done a really good job of that. So, you've got that and you're helping other people qualify. We just need to make sure that you have your personals in place and that you're ranking them up. I know you've got associates. So one more personal left, one more personal right will make you a copper. Done. And then you work underneath your associates that are in there and help them go to copper. When Walter puts, one left, one right, you've already got, and then another person left and right makes an associate left and right, a trinity on each side, he's a copper. You only need a copper left and a copper right for you to be a bronze. So, I mean, there's a layout for it. There's a grid for it. We have it on our Sound Money Legacy team page, and I know Steven's probably got the little Excel spreadsheet. I use that. I just plug in the people, and then I can see easily what we've got to do, and then I can say, "Hey, Walter, we got to have 2 more personals for you. Who do you have? Let's get them on the phone. Let's get them plugged in." And then we do the same thing to them. He's a copper. That's all we got to do. Who are your 2? And we put them in, and we go to them and say, "Who are your 2? Copper." Then we go over here, do it again. And that excitement, and see, that builds those points, go all the way up to the people you've already put in here, which is wonderful.
Copper by Vegas, Walter.
Whoa, I don't, yeah, I would hope, but so is
Oh, yeah.
Kathy, are you in our upline, or I don't know where you're at in this?
Yeah,
I'm-
yes, she is.
I'm part of the team. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had
don't
the
know.
Australian.
I know
Remember,
7K
remember when I
7K.
shared with you all the mind map, and I told you there were links that show you that where you can link to some of the videos and training information. That's who you'll be getting your information from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know 7K is 7K, so everybody helps everybody a lot, but I just wasn't sure. So well,
I'm
cool.
the one that Curtis wasn't getting paid. The inside story on this, Curtis had a blowaway leg, and I'm the pay leg. He kept going down here and down here and down here till he found somebody that wanted to work. He said he's never had anybody that would work as hard as he did. I said, I need to make some money. Don't give me little change. I want big money. So he said, okay, I'm looking for you. So we ran, and he said, then we maxed out his pay leg. He's off somewhere else. We've maxed it out. He said, thanks, Kathy. I'm looking for my Kathy for 2022. So, I mean, that's what happens because you can go as deep as you want and you can help. And when you drive that depth, it feeds the whole team. That's what's so exciting. You got it, Dan. You go as deep as you can, because it rolls all the way up and everybody benefits. That way, people are just having to run their one leg. They're running their inside leg. That makes it a lot easier than keeping up with two legs. Make sense?
Again,
A little
thank you. Thank you. I got to run.
All right,
Do we have
coffee
any
with
more
Curtis.
questions? Walter, did you have any more questions?
You know, I have a million of them, but I also have to run.
Okay,
So
Okay.
if we could do it,
you can always
Come back
jot them
and get
down, and I'll send them off and get them answered.
Yeah, and I'd love to come back and visit with you guys. You're doing an
Hey,
awesome
thanks.
job. Keep up the good
thank
work.
you.
All righty.
Thanks, Chris.
Kathy,
Thanks.
thank you so much. I'll see everybody
welcome.
later. Everybody have a
Y'all
great
have a great day. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.